On the next home improvement, it's bowling night.
Promise me you won't behave like an obnoxious jerk.
What kind of jerk would you like me to be?
Tim strikes first.
Gutter ball.
But Jill's on a roll.
3 strikes in a row!
And when Tim's buddies show up...
Hey, Timmy! Hey!
Will Jill show who's the real kingpin?
So wait a minute, what are you saying? You're saying that, like...
On the next home improvement.
Monday at 7:30 on Fox 29.
Direct to you, the sale of the century. At Colton Auto and RV, get the right deal right now. Over 150 new and used motorhomes, conversion vans, fifth wheels, and travel trailers priced at rock bottom. Brand new motorhomes with roof air, awning, and microwave. Only $29,995. New 21-foot well-equipped travel trailers, just $99.95. Direct to you. Over 150 incredible values. Colton Auto and RV, Western New York's largest full-service van and RV center. Will Jill give in?
Give me a week, this whole house will suck.
To the latest temptation?
Tonight's episode of This Week on Dirt is brought to you by Colton RV and by Plaza Auto Recyclers.
It's a doubleheader at the Land of Legends, and Delaware International does it dirt style. There's a new kid on the block with a very familiar name, and we'll talk dirt with the man behind the Ray-Bans. So turn it up, race fans. It's This Week on Dirt.
Now, This Week on Dirt, coming straight at you.
Hello once again, everybody. Welcome to This Week on Dirt. My name is Doug Logan. And on this week's show, Delaware Goes Dirt. Ray Evernham reminisces, and the Wars Awards return. But first up, a doubleheader at Canandaigua Speedway. At the Land of Legends, defending track champion and living legend Bob McCreadie literally had his ups and downs on the super quick clay half mile. It's our main event. Here's Paul Small.
A new face with a familiar name graced the pit area at Canandaigua Speedway last Saturday night. Tim McCreadie moving up from the go-karts directly into the dirt modifieds. By the way, Tim is the son of Barefoot Bob McCreadie. On the bill at Canandaigua, a twilight doubleheader starting off with the modified feature event from the rained-on season opener the week before. And this one was a war. 6 lead changes among 3 different drivers on the fast and super tacky Canandaigua racing surface. Bob McCreadie was the early leader in the Kenny Drugs car number 9. Off the cushion, Alan Johnson and the Honeyoy Auto Parts Biltron 14J jumped into the lead. While Alan's Big Dell chassis was glued to the bottom of the tacky Canandaigua surface, McCreadie fell back to the 4th position. But then the master of going faster hit his stride. First picking up Joe in car number 1, and then the other car number 1, the Wins Extend entry driven by the Hurricane Steve Payne. McCreadie made his bid for the lead when Alan Johnson's car burped in turn number 3. The following lap, it quit altogether. Alan Johnson had run out of gas and lost any chance at a top 5 finish in the first race. For McCreadie, it was his first win of 1996. He was followed across the line by Joe Plazik, Steve Payne coming in for 3rd, Kurt Van Pelt at 4th, 5th went to A.J. Romano. The second feature event saw Alan Johnson start on the pole, and again, the Honeyoy Bill Trout 14J was quick. But the story of this race, Captain Quick, Kurt Van Pelt, back at the Land of Legends in the number 13, blows by Alan Johnson to grab the lead. Meanwhile, further back, Barefoot Bob McCreadie charging through the field, but this would not be McCreadie's race. First, he has a little problem bending the sheet metal on the front of the Kinney Drug Store's car in turn number 4. And here's an interesting scenario for McCreadie, lapping his son on the racetrack for the first time ever. He'd probably prefer to remember that moment over this one. McCreadie's car side down hard in turn number 2. For the first time he had flipped a dirt modified since 1988 in Dallas. Bob's son Tim stopped to make sure okay, and Bob indeed was just fine. The same could not be said for the chassis, although its roll cage held up strong like it's designed to. While seeing McCreadie turn upside down was almost unbelievable, so was the final lap of this modified feature event. Van Pelt Classic second in the Classic Auto Recyclers car number 1, or number 2.
Coming down the backstretch, I set him up for an outside maneuver, and he broke about 30 feet before I got to him and came up in front of me. I just had nowhere to go.
Alan Johnson stole the win, making up for the Captain Quick. Kurt Van Pelt indeed had a tough break.
Unfortunately, I think I've won more this way than, just being fast. But, that's part of the game. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
Look again, and you'll see the Quick collapse that upended. Did. A.J. Romano got his second top 5 finish of the night, and gained Steve Payne.
Now later, we'll see what the big night was like for Tim McCreadie, and I'll have the news. Here's our A-plus racing quiz.
How many times has Barefoot Bob McCreadie won the track championship at Canandaigua Speedway?
More than fingers on my hands. 7.
A minimum of 8.
6.
McCreadie has 6 Land of Legends championships, including the last 4.
How many Canandaigua drivers have won the Wheels 300?
1, 2, 3. That was Bob, Alan, 2.
I would have to say 2. Bob McCreadie and Alan Johnson. I don't know. We're going back. I mean, Merv Treckler used to run here, didn't he?
Like 3.
3.
Marvelous Merv Treichler's done it twice, Barefoot Bob McCreadie once, and Alan Johnson with 2 wins. All 3 Canandaigua regulars have won the big one at Syracuse.
This Week on Dirt is brought to you by Sunoco A-Plus Mini Markets, Faze Drugstores, Champion Spark Plugs, Racing Electronics, Professional Race Team Communications, Buryaski, the official antacid of Dirt, Bob Hilbert Sportswear, and by the Dirt Motorsports Hall of Fame and Classic Car Museum.
A-Plus Mini Market, your 24-hour ticket to convenience.
Now every 10-ounce, every 16-ounce, and every 20-ounce cup of Colombian coffee is just 69 cents at participating A-Plus and A-Plus Express stores, where one price fits all.
Over 3,000 items. A-Plus Mini Market, 24-hour convenience, your store, plus more.
If you're filling your prescription worrying about what you should take with what and when you should take it and how it will affect you, maybe you're going to the wrong place. So break out of there and come to Faze Drugs, where the pharmacy is our business. Our pharmacists are always there to answer questions on dosage, drug interaction, insurance, and more. And AccuFax lets you keep the Faze pharmacist's advice at your side night or day. It's a major breakthrough in making prescriptions easy.
Let's face it, cars and trucks don't last forever. And to win environmentally, you just can't junk this stuff anymore. There is a better way. Classic Auto Recyclers. Each vehicle is dismantled and thousands of parts are reconditioned for wholesale and retail redistribution. Connected by a worldwide computer web, Classic has it or they can get it. Recovery, pickup, and delivery almost as fast as the Canadian #1. Racing, recycling, responsible. Classic Auto Recyclers.
Merrittville Speedway means live dirt modified action. The Niagara region rumbles with dirt track and thunder every Saturday night at Merrittville Speedway. It's non-stop dirt track and action as Canada's best battle America's top dirt superstars. This Saturday night, Mother's Day Eve madness strikes Merrittville with the first ladies race of the year. Race time 7:30.
This Week on Dirt continues. Now, Doug Logan with the news.
In the news this week, from Detroit comes word that Ford Motor Company has set its sights on putting a new plant under the hood of some Dirt 358 modifieds.
The Ford factory is real interested in working with Glenn Donnelly and the Dirt organization because they understand it's a real opportunity to get some real, what they call their grassroots program going. And grassroots being that they're really concentrating on their short track program.
One of the first motors from Ford and Morrison Performance will go to Dirt's all-time winningest driver, Alan Johnson.
We're working on a 358 cast iron head 4-barrel motor that we're still about 2 or 3 weeks off before we get the first one on the dyno. And then we're looking for around June, we should be on a racetrack with it.
We'll keep you posted on this emerging story during the upcoming months. The 1993 Mr. Dirt 358 champion, Tim Fuller, has signed Parts Plus Motorsports as a major sponsor for his 1996 Big Block Modified program. The Parts Plus name is not new to Dirt Motorsports, but the first of a race team sponsorship is another step forward in getting the Parts Plus name out.
Parts Plus is looking for more people in and out of the stores, and for Parts Plus to be the #1 brand store out there, and we're going to try and help to do that as much as possible.
Fuller campaigns a very successful Kinney Drug-sponsored 358 program. The fastest fizz in the biz, Briosky Effervescent Antacid, will present 5 50-lap dirt-modified events to make up the 1996 Briosky 250 series. This once-a-month series will kick off at Fonda Speedway, then travel to Lebanon Valley, the New York State Fairgrounds, Orange County Fair Speedway, and Rolling Wheels Raceway. Each big dollar event will also be an opportunity for fans to receive product samples from Briosky, the official antacid of Dirt Motorsports. Well, early in the program, we watched as Tim McCreadie set out for his first ever dirt-modified race at Canandaigua Speedway. That evening, we had an opportunity to tag along with a second-generation Watertown, New York driver at the Land of Legends.
We got the first seats lining up, so just hustle a little bit, that's all. In a kart, you used to be able to, no suspension stuff. You go down there, and if you couldn't get in, if you were pushing, getting in, you could just spike the brakes and get you sideways. Yeah. Down here, you got to drive it in, and I haven't learned that yet. Like my dad's trying to help me. He says roll off the throttle, stuff like that. There's the Cobra.
What I'm glad for is not so much the racing as the maturity he's showing me in the last year of his life, the way he's taking hold of his life and focused on things, and I'm proud of that.
Tim has a long way to go, but he is taking a page from his father's book. He's assembled a faithful crew of his peers.
The last thing in the world I want to do is have my dad come in there and me slide into the side of him and take him out of race, or Alan, or anybody like that. I'm glad you guys are having fun, because without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. So I'm going to try to go out. I'm going to try to go out and qualify.
Try and qualify, though. That's one thing you can do.
It's more laps I need.
Yeah, I hope you do a good job.
Thanks.
Today. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, too. Thanks.
Take care.
Tim plans to run with his 358 program at Can-Am in Brockville near his hometown. As for his dad, the driving talent that Bob McCreadie has developed over the years and most likely passed along to his son is revealed in this week's Dirt Flashback.
All right, down they come off that fourth turn. Green flag is out. We're underway.
21 mods would scramble down in this extra attraction during Super Dirt Week. Dr. J, Danny Johnson, would win the drag race over Hearn, who then was piloting the Freightliner number 6. McCreadie was third.
This is where they're going to let it all hang out. $5,000 to win, 25 laps. Danny Johnson has led it since lap number 1.
Just past halfway, McCreadie would make a bonsai move to take second from Hearn. The doctor would lead with 1 lap to go.
Danny Johnson, 31.477. Bob McCreadie is pulled in 2 car lengths behind. McCreadie gets a better line coming out of the number 2 corner. McCreadie stands on it. 1 car length going down the back straightaway. McCreadie goes down the back straightaway. McCreadie's on the inside. McCreadie passes down in turn number 3. We've got a new leader coming out of turn number 4. It's Bob McCreadie. McCreadie's going to take the win. Wow, what a finish.
The late Jack Burgess would greet the two in victory lane. The year was 1989.
The A-Plus Winners Classic was discontinued for two reasons. It was tough on equipment, and it was tough on the drivers who had their sights set squarely on Sunday's big race. When we come back, Ray Evernham goes fast forward with Robin.
Keep it parked. Then we'll put it back in gear right after this.
Let's face it, cars and trucks don't last forever. And to win environmentally, you just can't junk this stuff anymore. There is a better way. Classic Auto Recyclers. Each vehicle is dismantled and thousands of parts are reconditioned for wholesale and retail redistribution. Connected by a worldwide computer web, Classic has it or they can get it. Recovery, pickup, and delivery almost as fast as the Canadian #1. Racing, recycling, responsible. Classic Auto Recyclers.
Direct to you, the sale of the century. At Colton Auto and RV, get the right deal right now. Over 150 new and used motorhomes, conversion vans, fifth wheels, and travel trailers priced at rock bottom. Brand new motorhomes with roof air, awning, and microwave. Only $29,995. New 21-foot well-equipped travel trailers, just $99.95. To you, over 150 incredible values. Colton Auto and RV, Western New York's largest full-service van and RV center.
Race on into America's Hobby Time in Niagara Falls, New York, where you'll find hundreds of die-cast collectibles, including NASCAR, NHRA, and dirt models. Not looking for cars, you say? America's Hobby Time is an authorized Lionel dealer for the train enthusiast, and we carry a full line of Estes rockets and accessories. Plus, we always have plenty of extra bells and whistles for your planes, trains, and automobiles. America's Hobby Time, 2577 Military Road, Niagara Falls. Proud sponsor of car number 20 and the George County Racing Team.
Ed Schultz Chevrolet, Cadillac, Oldsmobile, Geo, Subaru, Mazda is test market pricing 350 new and used cars, trucks, vans, and minivans for 4 days only. Beginning at 9 a.m. Monday, May 6th, ending at 3 p.m. Saturday, May 11th. Ed Schultz will offer maximum factory rebates up to $1,500, discounts up to $6,000. Financing as low as 3.9% APR on selected models. All trade-ins are welcome. Ed Schultz Chevrolet, Cadillac, Oldsmobile, Geo, Subaru, Mazda is test market pricing.
Last year, crew chief Ray Evernham played a key role in Jeff's successful Instant Cup title. But how many folks realize that just a couple years earlier, he was running a modified side-by-side with the gang? Let's go fast forward. Robin.
Fast Forward with Robin is sponsored by Bob Hilbert Sportswear.
Oh, put the left side look back on. No, stop. Put left side look back on. Put one on. Put a left side on. Look on. Hurry up. Be ready. Get one on. One on. Hurry up. Get one on. Get one on. Go. Let him. Did you not let me go? Don't look us on.
A smiling Ray Evernham had his time with the Dirt Stars during the Dirt Asphalt Challenge Series just a few years ago, driving his Troyer #2 modified. I'm going to show you a short clip from 1991 when you were running with the Dirt Guys at Pennsylvania International Raceway.
I don't care if I ever go and run the Daytona 500 or Indianapolis. I like driving modifieds. I know that sooner or later a position that I want is going to come open and I might have to leave the modifieds, but for right now we're having a lot of fun.
Bring back any memories?
Yeah, it sure does. I wish I had that modified still. The guys wandering around here, I'd like to buy it back. It's the last car I ever drove, but I miss racing. I didn't realize I was going to be that much of a profit, you know. It's been a humbling year. Everybody says, you know, you won a lot of awards, you won a lot of things, you know, you should really be cocky, but it's not, you know. It brings back memories like that. You just don't realize how many people helped you and hundreds of things that you've been through, and you always wanted to do it. You thought you could do it, you talked about it, and here we are. But I do miss driving that dirt modified.
Have you maintained any relationships with the Dirt Guys since you've moved on?
Oh, sure. Especially here in the Northeast. The pouch quite often. Jimmy Horton was largely responsible for us assuring the championship, but Talk to Mike McCreadie a lot, Bud, Doug Olson. Talk to those guys. I have a lot of friends. A lot of my friends are still the friends that I had. Unfortunately, I don't get to see them as much.
Okay, just set your pace. Don't worry about who's behind you. Set your pace. All right, guys, now let's not panic. Let's just do a nice, easy stop and get that quarter panel a little bit fixed. 4 tires, quick shot of gas. Clean that windshield. Keep in your rhythm. Keep in your rhythm. Hey, just a quick fuel and those tires. Caution's out. You are the leader. Those guys are laps down. Let's go. All right, we can win this thing, guys. Nice and easy. 4 tires.
Dirt's continued expansion is evidenced by Delaware International Speedway's decision to join the fold in 1996. Del Mar, Delaware is the location of the newest dirt-sanctioned speedway. Here's Paul Small.
Welcome to Del Mar, Delaware, and the Delaware International Speedway, new on the dirt circuit for 1996. Let's hear from Delaware's perennial champion.
Well, it's been really a great change for down here in Delaware. I believe the dirt organization coming in here now, Gary, is going to enlight a lot of new aspects as far as owners and drivers go, and it's going to be a big benefit, I think, in all areas. One's going to be if we'd like to leave and go run a dirt show. Our cars are already legal and ready to go. And
the feature event distance at Delaware International, 25 laps. The track is a big, long, fast half mile, very similar to the Rolling Wheels Raceway. Rick Bishop was the early race leader, while Wilkins in the number 11 battled with the 83 of Pete Visconti for 7th. A couple of laps later, Wilkins got pinched into the backstretch wall by the Kelly Hastings number 22. Wilkins spun off the 3rd turn, with his night coming to an end. While Bishop at the front of the field battled with the Gary Gollum car number 85, the driver who would be the key factor in this race was back in the 5th position, and the silver and orange number 2 is Craig Mullins. The most important part of this race for Mullins was this restart. Moving from the 5th position, he took to the outside lane of the speedway, and by the time he hit turn number 1, had found enough bite on the outside to get past the Gary Gollum car number 85 for 3rd. The reason this was significant is because the cars that finished 1st and 2nd, while they crossed the line in those positions, were light going over the scales, and that gave the victory to Mr. Mullins, who showed everyone why Troyer chassis have been so dominant in dirt modified racing. H.J. Bunting in for the runner-up spot, followed by Hastings, Visconti, and Deron Russ.
It truly will be a battle royal when the Skull Racing Super Dirt Series travels to Delaware later this year. As for right now, Doug Elkins knows where the action is.
Sunday, the 16th annual Dirt Challenge Cup. 96 laps for the modifieds, with $5,000 going to the winner at Rolling Wheels Raceway in Elbridge. Then it's a pair of season openers. Friday, May 10th, the 11th annual season opener at Autodrome Granby. On the 11th, the 46th annual season opener at Autodrome Drummond. Sunday, May 19th, it's opening night twin 20s for dirt modifieds at the Cornwall Motor Speedway.
Up next, the Weekend Wars and a new Driver of the Week.
We'll put it to the floor and kick it sideways when we return.
Brand new this season, Dirt Sportswear Direct. Surprise the racing fans in your life with the latest in dirt motorsports apparel and collectibles. Sweatshirts, jackets, hats, and your favorite driver tees. Kids will enjoy the Dirt Modified Matchbox series. Every race fan will want to add to their video collection from the Dirt Video Library, including 1995 Super Dirt Week action. All this and much more in the official Dirt Sportswear catalog. Call today for your free copy, 1-800-979-DIRT.
Merrittville Speedway means live dirt modified action. The Niagara region rumbles with dirt track and thunder every Saturday night at Merrittville Speedway. It's non-stop dirt track and action as Canada's best battle America's top dirt superstars. This Saturday night, Mother's Day Eve madness strikes Merrittville with the first ladies race of the year. Race time 7:30.
Direct to you, the sale of the century. At Colton Auto and RV, get the right deal right now. Over 150 new and used motorhomes, conversion vans, fifth wheels, and travel trailers priced at rock bottom. Brand new motorhomes with roof air, awning, and microwave. Only $29,995. New 21-foot well-equipped travel trailers, just $99.95. Direct to you, over 150 incredible values. Colton Auto and RV, Western New York's largest full-service van and RV center.
Let's face it, cars and trucks don't last forever. And to win environmentally, you just can't junk this stuff anymore. There is a better way. Classic Auto Recyclers. Each vehicle is dismantled and thousands of parts are reconditioned for wholesale and retail redistribution. Connected by a worldwide computer web, Plazic has it or they can get it. Recovery, pickup, and delivery almost as fast as the Canadian #1. Racing, recycling, responsible. Plazic Auto Recyclers.
You're watching This Week on Dirt. Now, the Hoosier Tire Weekend Wars.
The Hoosier Tire Weekend Wars begin Saturday night at Fonda. Jeff Trombley at the Altair Audio 21J on the outside of John Marsh to take the lead. But then with 3 laps to go, Trombley bobbles on the inside of 1 and 2, and the Fabco Landscaping 18 of Bobby Varon slips by. Varon held on till the finish for his first win of 1996, followed by Trombley, a very strong Marsh in third, Maynard Ferret, and Ray Zemkin. Saturday at 5 Mile Point. Have you driven a Ford lately? Well, if you're Mike Colston, you're glad you've got Ford power in the Dodge Automotive Mall 51. It lets you make moves like this and like this. This pass of Doug Worthing, 63, with 3 laps to go, sealed the victory for Colston, his second of the year in the former Jamie Mills Bridgeport Speedway car. He was followed by Worthing, Dick Longstreet, Chuck Akulis, and Glenn Knapp. Saturday night thunder at the Lebanon Valley Speedway. Sparky Lowe and Bobby Albert get together and taste the concrete up in turns 1 and 2. And I'm sure it's not very filling or fulfilling. Brett Hearn had a good run in a wild battle in the middle of the pack that ultimately wound up in a 5th place finish. Chris Moore had all the right moves.
You know, this car comes off the corner real good with a whole lot of gear, and straightaway speed's key here, so the restart helped us out tremendously there.
Last week's winner, Donnie Carello, set for second, followed by John Hewitt, Eddie Marshall, and Brett Hearn with his first top 5 of the year. At the Sunday race at the Cayuga County Fair Speedway, Canada Joe Plazic was once again unstoppable as he tore through the field from the 18th starting position. Payne, Johnson, didn't matter who it was, they fell to the power of the Plazic car #1, including race leader Jimmy Phelps. For Plazic, it was the 3rd win of the year at Cayuga County. He was followed by Alan and Jack Johnson, Pat Ward, and Bobby Varon. Other winners included Rex King at Sharon, Brian Fink at Tri-City, and Mother Nature at Lernerville. Let's kick off the Wars Awards with a Big Mac attack at the Fonda Speedway. John McCullough, no, I don't want to take a sandwich along the way. I'd rather get drive-through. At the Delaware International Speedway, the Elephant Amputation Award for this very clean trunk removal. And the Polka Award at 5 Mile Point Speedway for the first beer barrel roll of the year. That's all for this week. Next week, we might even get into some dwarf tossing. For the Hoosier Tire Weekend Wars, I'm Paul Small.
Time now for our Champion Spark Plugs Driver of the Week. Bob McCreadie and Alan Johnson had big wins. And Joe's got a streak of 3 in a row going at Cayuga. But a Fonda young gun ripped his way through the pack last week to capture his first checkered flag of 1996. That young gun is Bobby Varon, and he's our Driver of the Week. Congratulations to Bobby Varon. Bobby is now eligible for the Champion Spark Plugs Driver of the Year Award. Next week, it's the 96-lap Dirt Challenge Cup on the new racing surface at the Fast Track. For the entire This Week on Dirt team, I'm Doug Logan saying thank you for joining us, and so long for now.
Race communications for This Week on Dirt provided by Racing Electronics. Call 1-800-272-7111 for your free catalog.
Robin Smokers Apparel, furnished by Bob Hilbert Sportswear. Suppliers of DIRT Motorsports officially licensed tees and apparel. Call 1-610-367-6186.
Merrittville Speedway means live dirt modified action. The Niagara region rumbles with dirt track and thunder every Saturday night at Merrittville Speedway. It's non-stop dirt track and action as Canada's best battle America's top dirt superstars. This Saturday night, Mother's Day Eve madness strikes Merrittville with the first ladies race of the year. Race time 7:30.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
You are about to embark upon the great crusade. We will accept nothing less than full victory.
I have a dream. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
American Heritage Magazine, the diary of the American way of life. From her greatest dreams to her worst nightmares, our struggles and our triumphs, our heroes and our villains. And now you can get your risk-free trial issue of American Heritage without obligation. Subscribe for only $19.95, a savings of almost 50% off the newsstand price. If you're not satisfied at any time, we'll refund 100% of your money back. So call now and get your risk-free trial issue. You'll also receive these distinctive
smoking.
Back. Plus, get $1,500 cash back on